Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start episode 728 of I Have 90 Billion Licking Gold Coins. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Chapter 1280, The Spatial Barrier. The moment Chen Yuan entered the sixth sacred realm, everything before his eyes shocked him. Before him stretched a vast, endless ocean with no end in sight. And the water of this ocean was life water? Damn! Chen Yuan couldn't help but curse aloud. Life water was one of the rare cosmic spiritual waters, capable of regenerating severed limbs, reversing aging, healing wounds, strengthening the body, and even cultivating cosmic plants. For cosmic beings below star river level, it was the supreme, sacred water. If a bottle appeared on Earth, even a small vial would be worth hundreds of billions. But in the sixth sacred realm, there was an entire ocean of it? Ridiculous. Let's absorb some. Chen Yuan was about to take in billions of tons, but immediately felt a massive restriction, limiting his absorption. What's going on? I can't take it, he frowned. Life water. All inheritance prodigies entering the sixth sacred realm may drink freely, but cannot remove it. A light screen appeared before him. Fine, I won't take it. Cheap. Chen Yuan then noticed an archipelago over 100 kilometers ahead. A rough estimate, about 3,000 islands. Each island was wrapped in a special energy shield, clearly not something one could enter casually. Chen Yuan took a large gulp of life water and flew leisurely toward the islands. Chen Yuan, it's really you. I finally caught up. Wait for me. After less than 10 kilometers, a familiar voice called from behind. Long Yin, you also passed the Canyon of Will. Chen Yuan was surprised. This girl had only Star River first stage cultivation, yet she had passed the Canyon of Will on her own? Impressive. Yes. I'm amazing, right, big brother? Let's go see ahead. When Chen Yuan and Long Yin arrived at an island, he gently touched the island's light shield, and a recoil force pushed his arm back. At that moment, a text appeared on the shield. I am the Six Harmonies Elder. Using the Inheritance Prodigy token to join my sect will make you a disciple of the Six Harmonies sect, granting access to the Inheritance Island and the high-level Cosmic Overlord Inheritance. A Six Harmonies Elder Inheritance? That's a renowned high-level Cosmic Overlord. The Six Harmonies sect is also a top-tier Level 7 civilization force, but unfortunately, this inheritance isn't suitable for me. Long Yin exclaimed in awe. Wait, there are 3,000 islands. Could it be that each island holds a Cosmic Overlord's inheritance? A total of 3,000 Cosmic Overlord inheritances. Long Yin was stunned. Chen Yuan also showed a hint of surprise. To enter the sixth sacred realm and immediately gain such advantages. Infinite life water, free to drink. 3,000 Cosmic Overlord inheritances, pick whichever suits you. Learning the inheritance that fits you best, walking the right path. This would have incredible benefits for future growth. Clearly, the top prodigies entering the sixth sacred realm had reached a reverse selection moment. Even Cosmic Overlord inheritances could be chosen freely, while in the first or second sacred realm, one would have to fight over them, and even Overlord inheritances were fiercely contested. For top-tier beings, they would rather not accept disciples than lower their standards. 5,000 years is nothing to a Cosmic Overlord. Time passes in the blink of an eye. Those who passed the Canyon of Will of the fifth sacred realm and entered the sixth sacred realm had already gone through countless selections. Willpower, domain, laws, elemental affinity, personal strength, talent. All elite of the elite. Naturally, Cosmic Overlords only looked at the very top prodigies. As Chen Yuan continued, he discovered island after island of inheritances. The further he went, the more famous the Cosmic Overlords were. Someone ahead? Chen Yuan focused and noticed familiar figures. A sword-wielding sword heart prodigy, the alluring peony goddess, and an unfamiliar cold, stern man radiating icy intent. Bei Ming, if I'm not mistaken, once we break this spatial barrier, the last 100 or so inheritance islands are likely peak Cosmic Overlord inheritances. High-level and peak Cosmic Overlords differ only by rank, but the difference is enormous. Joining a peak Overlord sect guarantees a bright future, the Sword Heart Prodigy said passionately. I tried just now. This spatial barrier is unbreakable. Even with the level 6 civilization artifact, Qian Blade, I could only disturb it slightly. My Star River 4th stage strength, plus the blade, plus my domain, and an extreme attack, surpassing ordinary Star River 8th stage, close to 9th stage, still couldn't break it. But at least I shook it slightly, which proves it can be broken. With a combined attack, the power might accumulate enough to break the barrier. Suddenly, someone seemed to descend from the sky behind. Turning, the Sword Heart Prodigy saw Chen Yuan arriving with an unfamiliar girl, floating gracefully. Chen Yuan looked around leisurely, as if on a tour. Already with a new girl? Chen Yuan, it's you. Peony Goddess saw him, and immediately lowered her head shyly. Sword Heart Prodigy. I remember you said in the Canyon of Will that when you reached the 6th sacred realm, you'd spar with me. Come on, attack. At these words, the Sword Heart Prodigy turned green with anger. He only wanted to show off, but this guy had broken the Primordial God Emperor's record. Outrageous. Although Chen Yuan's current cultivation seemed only Star River 3rd stage, one stage below him, he didn't doubt he could be defeated by Chen Yuan in a single move, maybe even instantly killed. Misunderstanding, Lord Chen Yuan. This is completely a misunderstanding. Your arrival is just in time. We've already discovered that this place is the path leading to the 7th sacred land. Ahead lie 101 islands, divided by 3 layers of spatial barriers. Breaking through the first spatial barrier allows one to choose among 100 islands containing the inheritances of peak cosmic venerables. Breaking through the second barrier grants access to the final, lone inheritance island of an invincible cosmic venerable. If one can break through the 3rd spatial barrier, it should lead directly into the 7th sacred land. However, even just the first spatial barrier likely requires at least the strength of a Galaxy 10th stage attack to barely open a crack in it. Chapter 1281, Passing Through. A bunch of rookies. Do you really think I haven't thought of that method already? To tell you the truth, the barrier here strengthens itself in proportion to the number of attackers. I, with Star River 5th stage cultivation, couldn't get through. And you, mere 3rd and 4th stage weaklings, dare to dream of seizing the inheritance of a peak cosmic venerable? Ridiculous. If you can obtain even a high-level cosmic venerable inheritance, you should already count yourself lucky. Don't reach for what's far beyond you. Chen Yuan hadn't spoken yet. Suddenly, the island closest behind them rumbled open. A white-robed man appeared, his voice cold and mocking. It was clear he had arrived at the 6th sacred land earlier and already claimed a high-level cosmic venerable's inheritance. He now stood as sole master of the island. With the inheritance secured, he could continue cultivating there for more than 90 years, enjoy an endless supply of water of eternal life, and claim every cosmic treasure growing on the island as his own. Gaining a high-level cosmic venerable inheritance was by no means a loss. White Rainbow Holy Sun. It's you. Xianming Holy Sun frowned. You know of me? Of course. When the sacred land first opened, you left all others in the dust. You entered the 6th sacred land almost at the same time as Gu Yuezi, the Chaos Holy Sun, and the Heaven-Piercing Holy Sun. You even made it onto the top 10 ranking of the Inheritance Holy Sun list. At least you're not completely ignorant. Let me be blunt. If you want to pass through this barrier, you must unleash a strike that surpasses even the Star River 10th stage. Only then can you break through. Even with a level 6 Civilization Divine artifact in hand, at Star River cultivation, you can at best exceed your own realm by 3 levels. Only those at Star River 5th or 6th stage, with higher than level 6 artifacts, and a combat multiplier surpassing 100 points, stand even a chance at shattering this barrier. At those words, Xianming Holy Sun, Swordheart Holy Sun, Peony Holy Sun, and the others all lowered their heads in frustration. Some inheritance sons had astonishing combat multipliers, but their cultivation realm was lacking. Others had strong cultivation, but no artifact. Some possessed both cultivation and artifact, yet their multiplier fell short. White Rainbow Holy Sun was such an example. Though he was at Star River 5th stage and wielded a level 6 artifact, his multiplier was only 80. And don't underestimate that number. The multiplier at the Star River realm was completely different from the Star and Galaxy realms. Every Star River cultivator had at least comprehended a law to the first level, 100%. So to reach a multiplier of 80 meant he had already grasped a law to the second level, 80%. Even so, White Rainbow still could not pass the very first barrier. Similarly, if one only had Star River third stage cultivation, even with a combat multiplier of 200 and a level 6 divine artifact, breaking through was impossible. Forget it. The inheritance of a peak cosmic venerable is too far beyond reach. If I obtain it, that's fate's blessing. If not, it's my lot. The strongest inheritance isn't necessarily the best. Finding the one that suits you may be more important. Swordheart Holy Sun consoled himself aloud. Ha! White Rainbow, why are you wasting words on these rookies? If they can break through this barrier, I'll do a handstand and, even get sick doing it. Another Star River 5th stage prodigy, Holy Sun Wugong, activated an island's barrier. An island with its inheritance claimed was clearly different from one without. So far, out of the 3,000 inheritance islands in the 6th sacred land, only 183 had been claimed. The rest remained ownerless. Wugong, are you teaching me how to act? White Rainbow snapped. Let me try. At that moment, a girl in tight black leather armor, her figure alluring, her face breathtaking, flew over gracefully. Her cultivation was clearly only Star River 1st stage. What a joke. Even Xuanming's Star River 4th stage, armed with the level 6 artifact Netherblade, couldn't break through. What business did a 1st stage girl have here? In fact, for someone at Star River 1st stage to have even reached the 6th sacred land was already rare. Wait, isn't that Fire Ling? At Chen Yuan's side, Long Yin muttered softly. Fire Linger clearly noticed Chen Yuan, but deliberately pretended not to see him, keeping her distance. I already have Brother Hun Yuan in my heart. I mustn't be swayed. But why do I feel a little upset seeing Chen Yuan with another girl by his side? Enough. I only admire his unmatched talent and generous nature. His personal life has nothing to do with me. I could never be his girlfriend anyway. So what am I jealous about? Shaking her head, Fire Linger pushed aside her tangled emotions. She now stood before the barrier. Sacred Flame Pearl, come forth. What? The Sacred Flame Pearl. A pinnacle level 6 divine artifact. Not an ordinary one either. The Sacred Flame Pearl is a self-evolving artifact. Feed it enough fire origin essence, and it could grow into a level 7, even level 8 divine artifact. Though her cultivation is only Star River 1st stage, the Sacred Flame Pearl can unleash power beyond her level if it has absorbed enough fire origin. But such an eruption takes thousands of years of accumulation. Chaos Divine Flame Art, break for me. Fire Linger's eyes blazed. The next instant, her body was engulfed in more than a dozen kinds of cosmic divine flames. The Sacred Flame Pearl hovered above her, channeling endless fire origin into her body. With its power, her aura soared wildly, higher and higher without pause. In moments, she surpassed Star River 5th, 6th, 7th stage. Then, a terrifying pillar of flame, 2 meters thick, shot forth like a beam and pierced straight through the barrier. With a flash, Fire Linger darted through. Almost instantly, the hole sealed shut. She actually passed? Unbelievable. A mere 1st stage, unleashing power far beyond even the 10th stage? That was the Chaos Divine Flame Art. She refined more than 10 kinds of cosmic divine fire. TCH. What's so impressive? Chen Yuan brother. I'm no worse than her. Long Yan's pride was stung. She had noticed Chen Yuan's attitude toward Firelinger was much warmer than toward herself. 10,000 thunder flag, rise. Long Yan unfurled a banner. The skies roared with endless lightning. 10,000 bolts converged into a storm. Heaven and earth themselves seemed to tremble. That's the 10,000 thunder flag? A level 7 divine artifact. What background does this little girl have? Only Star River 1st stage, yet carrying such a weapon. Boom. Under her control, countless bolts merged into a colossal thunder dragon that smashed through the barrier. Chen Yuan brother, I'll wait for you inside. Be quick and catch up. Long Yin slipped through. The barrier sealed shut behind her. The entire crowd was stunned. One by one, island barriers burst open. Countless Star River 4th and 5th stage prodigies rushed over. She really passed? Both of them. 2 little girls at just Star River 1st stage managed to pierce the barrier. That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.